Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Gunners taking on the San Antonio Dreadnoughts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And we are underway from Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on it. And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 67 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 58 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. To throw on second down, Holland. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Price. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Holland. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They bring their punter out there now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun. Holland. He finds his man. Complete. That's Price. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun. Holland throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards the pickup there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dreadnoughts have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, they go with Young. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 77 yards.
And the Gunners on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, Holland. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a give right side. It's Young. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Young. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Young. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Holland. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McKee. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Holland. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense.
Touchdown! A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Gunners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Holland. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, Holland. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holland got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Operating from the gun. Holland throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
They'll run on first down. McKee. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Holland firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Holland. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, Holland toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away from evening this one up. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a give right side. Stanley, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Back out comes San Antonio.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, Holland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Holland. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Holland. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. To throw on 2nd down. Holland. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on 3rd down. Holland.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down now, it's Burnett. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Yeah, they should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On first down, it's Stanley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Stanley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They'll run on first down. Stanley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel. Out of this, he sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holland. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Holland. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
Houston set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Going right side here, and that's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st down, Burnett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Back out comes San Antonio. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Off the bootleg, Holland. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Back out comes San Antonio. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Throwing on 1st down. Holland. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Holland. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Holland. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to about the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Another run with Sanders. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Holland. He finds his man. Complete. It's Price. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one complete on the slant route, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Looking to throw. Holland. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Burnett, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 9, and time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On first down, Holland. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw on second down, Holland. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off play action. Holland. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Holland. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And a good job here of getting the running backs involved in the passing game because they line him up out in the slot to the right, and they're hoping he won't get accounted for, and he's not. Turns into big trouble for the defense, able to work his way free, and turns it into a big play.
Back to throw. Holland. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it doesn't matter because on the final scoreline, they're still going to come up 2 points short. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the home team here, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.